Okay guys, so welcome back to the Broken Sword playthrough. I've managed to get the game working again, and I've got back to this point. I've talked to both of these two guys, and we're going to carry on now with the game and see what we can do. And I don't know if she'll let you look over there just yet, but I thought there's a few things to look at here, so we might as well just go ahead and do that now. So the last guy we talked to was this rather posh gentleman over here.
This guy didn't look sick to me. He didn't have spots or stitches, and he certainly didn't have a fever.
So this guy doesn't seem to be much wrong with him.
The name on the chart was Sopmarsh.
Let's have a closer inspection of his graph.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way.
And this guy, who just seemed to be, I don't know, a hypochondriac kind of thing.
The guy was sick. His face was the same shade of gray as the pillow beneath his head. I wondered whether I ought to call the nurse. Maybe check him out for breathing.
And we'll look at his chart.
According to the chart, this guy was called Croquet.
Looks like he's been hammered.
The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines.
And we've got this fellow over here, so I don't know whether that'll be the next port of call.
Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to me.
That's very positive there, George. And he's got a chart as well, so we'll just have a little look.
The name on the chart was Boissy.
Ah, so when that guy said Boissy, that's what he was on about, the clown. So this unconscious fellow here.
The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
And we've got Bunny over there. Let's see what he thinks.
The young man's face was full of eagerness and enthusiasm. I figured he was fresh from college.
And we'll have a little look at this pretty lady.
The nurse was stunningly beautiful. The guys on this ward sure were lucky to be in her care.
And I think to progress, I think you need to talk to this lady again. So we'll go ahead and do that. Again, I'm just going off my rough memories
Doctor?
of the last time I played it.
What is it now, nurse?
Number 2 again. He won't tell me what he wants. He says you'll only talk to a man.
Do I have to? That guy's nuts.
Doctor, I'm
He is
surprised.
as nutty as that janitor.
There's no way to talk about our clients.
Okay, I'll see him. But I'm telling you, he's a hypochondriac.
Which, this is a strange one because he doesn't...
Hello again.
Let's try his blood pressure maybe.
Do you know what this...
No.
Do you know what this is?
Is it self-raising flour?
No.
It could be.
Have you
I
ever heard of
suppose.
the Club Alamut?
Nah, I haven't.
A lot of there's a lot of white powders
Do you
out
know
there.
what this tool is used for?
Eye surgery.
That's a dumb thing to say. It's not sharp enough. Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, doctor.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, doctor.
I thought I might as well go over these with him.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nah, doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
One of your colleagues?
No, he really is a murderer.
I've never seen him before.
Oh, get out. Go on then, we'll ask him about the nose, why not?
Do you recognize this red nose?
Nah, I don't.
Well, that guy was a wealth of information.
Thanks.
Alright, let's talk to her again to see. She might just lead us on a wild goose chase. You might need to go looking for the patient yourself. Or maybe not. Right, let's ask her about clowns first.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
And how that happened?
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
Isn't that a
It's an
shame?
ill wind that blows nobody any good.
And it's never a good end taking up the unicycle.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
No, she's keeping tight-lipped about it. We'll see if this guy's been
Do you
roaming
recognize
around.
the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Nope. So Mystery
Does
Killer's
this
not
gem
been...
mean anything to you?
It's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
Do you know Merlin of Gru?
No, I don't.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I don't recognize it.
Does this mean anything to you?
The Club Alamut? I've never heard of it.
Alright, yeah. We'll try and check around there.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it. I didn't really want to use it on her anyway.
You'd like to do something else though, Georgie boy.
Thank you, nurse.
au revoir, monsieur.
Right, let's just see if we can go over here. We'll probably get stopped.
Doctor,
What is it?
What now, posh boy?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
No, here we go.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Okay. Don't telling us we don't know how to do it. I know how
Hey,
to do
Benoit.
it. I've done it with lots of people. Alright, can we talk to him about
No
anything?
need to shout. What do you want?
Right, let's talk to him about the nurse.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course.
We
I
believe
didn't
you,
want to get my hands
Bunny.
dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Right, let's
Do you know
Talk about this guy.
anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
No, we've already heard this. This must have been from the last time. Yeah, let's talk to him about this.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
Okay, done. Well, let's talk to him.
Are you ready with that pressure?
Prime. What do you want me to do with it?
Alright,
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
that should keep him busy. Well, we go over here.
Rather you than me, pal.
And we're in. I thought I'd best not risk it to talk to that guy on the door, because by the time I finished talking to him, that guy might have wanted me for something again.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet.
Yeah, that guy looks like he's been in a mess.
I've been expecting you.
Mr.
You
Bond.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lochmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent
How do you talk then?
in my place.
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master quickly. Tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
Must be quite a guy.
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
You know them well.
What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he is gone off to Syria on a wild goose
So that
chase.
means the broken sword of the
Geese in
turtle.
Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeier
Okay.
offers to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
So, job done. Dr. George. It's time to leave the hospital now. But we got some valuable information. There's somewhere in Syria, maybe to go. And they're planning to steal the tripod, which we've seen the tripod in the
Oh,
museum.
there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thank you, Bunny.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Oh, that wasn't a doctor. Someone else had a plan to wear a white jacket. The old wear a white jacket
Sure he
routine.
was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's
Braille.
no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Oh, poor Marquet. You've gone to the great Templar sanctuary in the sky. And it's the Hypnocoin.
Stand back, monsieur.
Why did it have to show a loading thing of that? Wow, a bit of action. I'm guessing it's too late. And he's out the window. Yes, we get it, he's dead. So that's a little hospital adventure done with. But we've gathered some more clues.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Yeah, who'd do that? Pretend to be a doctor, eh, George? Let's ask her what she knows.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philip IV, the King of France.
Philip le Bel.
Otherwise known as Philippe le Bel.
I've heard of him.
Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair. But I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
Well, burning people tends to sour their view of you somewhat.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Ah, that's a manuscript, isn't it? Right. So, the gem.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Loch Marne. That's the tripod in the Croon Museum.
So that's part of the problem. We know now that the gem in the picture and the tripod, which I forget which picture that's in, it's funny because when I look back on these recordings it looks a little clearer, but when I'm playing it it actually looks rather pixelated. Anyway, let's see if she knows anything about the killer.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
And what's this one?
Have you ever heard of the Hashi Ashin?
That's a guy with a knife, I think.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
Or a fish.
Can you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No.
George Stobart never feels guilty. He looks guilty in the face and laughs. Right.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Oh, but you're referring to André.
I'll let you work it out.
Definitely a bit of jealousy there on George's part. We've got a love triangle, or love tripod, so to speak, forming there. Right, so I've got another location done with there now, which will be shown on this map. Now, I think it is the museum we've got to go to. Yeah, the hospital now is greyed out. That's another one that's done with. We've just come from Nicole's place and we knew there's nothing else to talk to her about. I don't think you have to go back to the police station. I don't think they have anything new to shed on the situation. Montfaucon, I think that's later on still yet. I think we need maybe to find the tripod in order to go back there and solve anything there. Anyway, I think this is as good a place as any to take a little bit of a break and come back with the next video showing the next part of this thrilling adventure. Anyway, I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank you guys again for watching this series, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot and bye.